Good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm here. Good morning. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018, sorry. It's been a while since I've been on the Morning Vibe. We'll get to that in a minute. 2018 Innovation Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. Also, I co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. How you all doing? It's June 30th. We're broadcasting live on June 30th, the last day of the first part of the year. The last day of the first part of the year. It's done already. Done, family. Done, family. So we'll talk about that, talk about other things. So a few things. Let's do first things first. So if you can, and if you haven't done it yet, or tell people about it, please like the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button, because when you hit the notification button, you get notified of all the epic conversations I do, such as last night I did Dr. Vibe Allies, had Clive Henry from Nottingham, England, home of Robin Hood, and also had Victory Unlimited from Nashville, Tennessee, having a great conversation about one or two things we may even get a chance to talk about today. So you get notified about these conversations. Also, want to encourage everyone, join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please email me at dr.vibe at the dr.vibe. Say you want to join the Discord group, and that's our own little family. We can have chats, conversations in between the Morning Vibe shows. So I see some people have jumped on here. Divine Right. Yeah, we are officially halfway through the year. And good. And she says, good morning from the also good morning from the DMV. Divine Right. Sorry I did not get back in touch with you, but obviously we didn't do a conversation on Wednesday, but Will and why am I forgetting his partner's name? What's Will's partner's name? I'm forgetting his partner's name. Put it in the chat for me, Divine Right. There's just been so many things going on. And also we have to do a chat too. So I listened to your last message, but I didn't fully act upon it. So either send me another message or just send me a type message, DM me via Instagram, and that would be great. Also, look who's in the house. Fitnets IQ Cam. What is going on? So good to see y'all. Hey, people are jumping in here. Hey, good morning, everybody. Will, I should have known. Will and Bill. Duh. My goodness. All right. So a few things. Yeah, if you are a regular of the show, we were supposed to do a show on Monday. And my hope was, well, I was on here we go here. Hey, yeah, I was on a train going from Toronto to Windsor, which is on the U.S. border. It's right across the river. On the other side is the U.S., is Detroit. And I was told on the VIA train, we have Wi-Fi. I said, okay, let's give it a roll. Okay, get on the train. They say they have Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi, they don't allow any video sites or any streaming. So I couldn't broadcast at all. Hey, we're going to get to you in a moment, Fiona. I had a chance to meet you down in Windsor, but we're going to get to you. You have time to watch this, Fiona? Aren't you working? And Fitness IQ, I was patiently waiting. My apologies. So let me get to more of this. So was on the train, thought I'd get Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is just limited to basically basic sites. I couldn't stream. I couldn't even watch YouTube on the Via Rail. Couldn't even watch YouTube. I was somewhat disappointed. And Fitness IQ Camp, I'm going to get to that in just a minute. How was Windsor? And Fiona, yes. All right. Me too. I was refreshing my page. My apologies. So you know what? Going forward, if I'm going to be away, we're just going to do a repeat. And we're going to be doing a repeat on Monday, but that's a whole other conversation. So I was a little bit disappointed, but you know what? Things happen. So my apologies, not Ryan's, my apologies. We didn't broadcast on Monday. Too many limitations. Cease. Well, Divine Right, I somewhat understand because they had a train and there'd be a whole bunch of people on the train, and Wi-Fi streaming probably would blow their router, or they probably wouldn't have a router strong enough to handle all of that. And if they had a bunch of people streaming or watching video, it would probably lag. So I get it. Lesson learned. So forgive me for not being able to broadcast on Monday. We shall not happen again unless something superhuman happens. So I was in Windsor for a conference, and it was for the Black Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Conference. See, I was a speaker. Yes, there you go, Dr. Vibe. So I was down there. So I left on my train at 6:50 in the morning on Monday and came back in Toronto Tuesday night around 11 o'clock. So this is when I missed South Korea. Why do you say that, Fitness IQ? So do they have unrestricted Wi-Fi access, including streaming on their transportation? Just want to know. All right, so Windsor experience. Well, actually, before we get to the Windsor experience, on Monday there will be a repeat. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and also too, people will notice Ryan is not here. Well, Ryan's organization, ACBN, Afro Caribbean Business Network, is presenting or hosting this conference in Windsor. So he is going to be out of commission. He's been out of commission basically all week online. They've been broadcasting some stuff via IG. So he needs a break. So Monday, both him and I will be taking a break. Excuse me. So we'll be doing a repeat on Monday. Also, for people who watch shows like State of Things with Aisha and Jill and Lala, that'll be a repeat on Saturday. And also Black Canada Talking, that will be a repeat on Sunday. But we will be back live on the Morning Vibe next Friday. Next Friday is the first Friday in July. Wayne Harris is going to be back in the first Friday of July. And remind me before we go, maybe I can tell you the topic he's going to be chatting about, because I got him to, here we go. Just pull it up. Yeah, Wayne Harris next Friday is going to be talking about the top financial rules of thumb, what everyone should know to survive the new fiscal reality. So he's going to be talking about that next Friday. So let's get back to Windsor. Okay, Fitness IQ says no limitations with Wi-Fi there, but they're probably spying on you like crazy though. But that's a whole other conversation. All right. So it was it was the first time in a long time of taking a train, and I think it's the first time I ever took business class. Family, if you're going on a train and you can manage it, take business class. Lots of room, could do computer work on there. It was just a nice get fed, lots of leg room, because I've been told, a fairly tall guy. And one of the things, I don't like going on airplanes too much unless I'm doing first class, which I've never done before on an airplane. So I'm going to see if I can do it or get the leg room, but had lots of leg room. It was really nice. It was a really nice Fitness IQ count. Ooh, business class. Stop it. So it was a number of stops along the way. We got there about 11:30, and there was actually went down with myself, Roger Dundas, co-founder and publisher of BuyBlacks.com, and also Janice Bartley, who is the founder, CEO of Foodpreneur Lab. We've had her on the Morning Vibe before. Great organization that helps BIPOC women, especially Black women, get food to shelf. So we took the train down there. So, okay. Or the emergency exit on the plane. Okay. So we went down there, arrived. Janice had a hotel room. We had an Airbnb. So we went in to Janice's hotel, put our stuff there, did some work, and then we went to a great Caribbean restaurant in Windsor. Woo! Gonna give them a plug right now, because I had a jerk chicken family. It was out of bounds. I just check giving the name right now. Diva's Delight. So we went in there. Roger had a meeting with a representative from Destination Windsor to talk some business. And then all of a sudden, Dwayne Rutherford and his team, Fiona and I believe Christina, who are the event planning team for the conference, came in, and we just had a wonderful conversation. There's Fiona right there. It was the first time meeting her, and suggesting that she needs to slow down. And I'm going to be on her case. Well, after this conference, she's going away for a few weeks, but I told her, what can you do right now? What's one step that you can do right now to start slowing down? So she made an agreement, and I'm going to be watching her. I'm going to keep my eyes on her. You know, Fiona, this thing. So we had a great dinner. Of the jerk chicken that I had, what? It was really good. I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture for you. It was really, really, really good. So, hey, and if there's anything you guys want to chat about, please jump in, because we're basically doing open town hall. Let's see. There's the jerk chicken. I'll get this light out of the way. Yeah. Like, so I ate that like at 2:00 on Monday. I didn't need to eat for the rest of the day. It was so crazy. I didn't need to eat for the rest of the day. It was just, it was so good. Great conversation. Want to shout out to Lynette Bain, who's the Vice President of Development for Windsor Destination Windsor Exit, was Essex, not Exit, Essex. Yeah, there we go. Fiona's going, LOL. We had a great time. Sharing. And Dwayne and I have known each other digitally over the years. We never met physically, so we had to go out of town to meet physically. Yes, Fitnance, if you ever go to Windsor, highly recommend that place. And we had a great conversation with the restaurant owner. Apparently, she not only owns that building, but another one or two other buildings in the same complex. And she's actually going to be selling her business to someone. They're going to take over the business, but she's going to still make money because that person is going to be paying rent. There you go. Yes, Fiona, self-care is so important. Yes. So continuing our journey after we had our jerk chicken and hanging out with some good people, we Roger and myself, we went to Airbnb, which was about 5-6 minutes away from the restaurant. We hung out there, relaxed. We were tired. But myself, what did I have to do? I had to facilitate an online session that night. So from 8 to 9:30, I was doing an online session. Then I had a chance to finally relax. Went to bed, got up the next morning, and had another online session I had to facilitate from 9 to 11. Then took another shower, then went to the Black Media panel at the location where the event is being held. So Divine Right says, now I want Caribbean food. There's a place that makes some amazing curry salmon salad. Yes. Yeah, and the jerk chicken at this place was not just regular jerk, it was smoked jerk chicken. And Fiona said, yeah, Divas provided the food for the conference and it was amazing. There you go. I'm not just the only one. It was out of bounds. That food was out of bounds. I'm telling you. So we went on the panel. The panel was interesting. I'm just going to say I'm glad to be on the panel. It was interesting. I had some very interesting feedback from people that were in the audience, but I'm going to keep that to myself and a few others. But it was good to be there. A great panel. I met a lot of interesting people. It's very interesting. People said, "Oh, I want to meet you. I want some help from you, etc., etc." And yes, there we go. Curry salmon salad. So Fitness IQ and curry salmon salad. Absolutely. My goodness, out of bounds Caribbean food. Absolutely. So met a number of people there. They said, hey, I need your help. I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Can you give me help? So it's interesting. There was a group of young melanated men, and I said, okay, no problem. And I gave my card to them, which I usually don't give out people's people cards unless I get card back or information back. I said, okay, let's see who's going to contact me first, because whoever contacts me first will get the most amount of time with me. So I handed out my card to about 4 of these gentlemen. Only one has contacted me. So a little bit of a lesson there. And I did it. Usually I don't do that. But when you give out your business card, this is just me. Make sure you're giving out to someone who also gives you contact information back. Because yes, people say, oh, business cards, they don't cost that much. It still costs you money. And you want to make sure that that person is serious and wanting to get back in contact with you. Now, I've responded to that gentleman's email and said, when would you like to have a conversation? Hasn't sent anything back to me, but that's no problem. I've done what I can do, because at the end of the day, the only person I can control is myself. So after we did the panel, we hung out for about 2.5 hours and took the train back to Toronto. So I think about it, 6:12, was it 6:36? So about in less than 24 hours down to Windsor, do a conference, bang, bang, bang. So yeah, less than 2 days, but definitely love the experience. And we'll take the train. Any sort of travel that I can do via train, I'm going to take advantage of it, especially business class. Fiona, Dwayne, and Christina, hail up to you. Great job. Fantastic. Well done. Also want to hail up, and actually the gentleman, look at this. Wow, real travelers. What are you talking about, Fitness IQ Cam? You've been to South Korea. Come on now. Talk. Don't even start. Don't even start. So again, a thank you to the place that's hosting the conference. Funny enough, the gentleman who owns the place remembered me from 2012, an event that him and I were part of in 2012. Believe it or not. So that was crazy. So again, we'll see when people get in contact with me. You know, everyone has lives, so we do what we got to do. So does anyone have any questions about the Black Ecosystem Conference? I was only there really for a few hours, so I can't give you the whole lowdown. Fiona, who's part of the event planning team or management team, maybe she's still in-house. She can maybe give some comments, or you may have some questions for her. But that's basically the gist of it. So any questions before we get started? Or we're not going to start as we continue. So Fitness IQ and Divine Right have their own food truck going on. So if you didn't know, Divine Right manages a food truck on Mediascope, which is Dr. Tachi, in who does her show about all things about media, tech, and pop culture. All right. Divine Right says it's called Ruby's Kitchen in Alexandria, Virginia. Delicious, delicious. Fiona, it was very exciting and lots of engagement. Fiona, I want to know how I'm proud of you, because I hope you're not at the event space. You're actually relaxing, or are you at the event space and doing this? That's what I'd like to know. That's what I'd like to know. What? Fiona's at home? Amazing. I am very proud of you. When did you get back home? That's great. Is Christina back at home, and also Dwayne? I've got to actually reach out to Dwayne today and get him on the show. Maybe I should get you guys on the show too. But that's fantastic. You're back home. So as always, I'm just going to say it to just take a little break. Please like the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Also like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook and LinkedIn. And also, if you can, please join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, and we can continue these conversations offline. Fantastic. This is fantastic. People coming in here. So left last night. So Fiona, oh yeah, you guys drove. Wow. Okay. And we all are fantastic. But isn't the conference still going on? Because I believe that there is a presentation going on today by Claudette McGowan. So, okay. But you can tell me, I'm pretty sure that the conference still has one more day to go on. I think there's a presentation by Errol Gibbs and Claudette McGowan. But there we go. So, any more questions about the event we attended? Yeah, the conference is still on. Yes, it is. It is. Great. So, what are people wanting to chat about today? What are the topics that are at hand? I know one of the conversation topics that especially came in the through the United States yesterday. The United States Supreme Court said that affirmative action when it comes to college admissions is not constitutional. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about affirmative action? I'd love to. I know the majority of people who are watching this live in the replay are probably well, you know what? Some are from Canada, some are from the United States. Affirmative action is very prevalent. Well, who knows how much longer it's prevalent in the United States. And we've never called it affirmative action in Canada. Do we even have affirmative action in Canada? That's a whole conversation piece. So that's one thing that's out there. You know, do you want to talk about affirmative action? If you're living in Toronto, Toronto has a new mayor. What do you think about that? Are you surviving the smog? Are you surviving the smog that Canada is producing, pushing it down to the US? Is it impacting you in any way? So, okay, so, well, they've overturned affirmative action in schools. So is it basically going to be basic in everywhere else? Also, everyone can see highlights from the conference at ACBN Foundation Facebook page. Thank you for being the PR rep, Fiona. Very nice. So what are we going to talk about today? It's basically open book, and I love a lot of people that are on here. Shout out where you're watching from if you're watching live. That would be fantastic. Okay. Fitness IQ Cam, let's talk about them all. So what topics do you want to start chatting about first? And this is going to be as always, we co-create the morning vibe. We don't, myself and Ryan don't do it for us. We do it for all of us. So, okay. All right. So I'm actually going to go on Instagram live for a bit. Haven't done that for a while. And you may see this thing. This is a lavalier mic, so I can use to broadcast on Instagram live. So let's go at it. Checking connection. We're now live. What is up? It's Dr. Vibe here, co-host and producer of the Morning Vibe, but co-host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show. We're on the Morning Vibe this morning, so we're gonna have you come in for a little bit. We're gonna do a jambalaya of conversation topics. So if you're watching live, tell us what you're thinking, give us some takes, etc. So let's see. First, Divine Right says, what's going on with the wildfires in Canada? We got another wave of smog, and all summer camps, for example, are indoors. Yeah, I really haven't wrapped my head around 100% this whole summer fires thing. Obviously, the smog and the smoke, I didn't really experience it till this week, or not even this week. Late last week, I was driving along the major highway in Toronto 401. And as I was driving, I was looking the distance. I could see how the fog and smoke. What's up, Mindful Parenting Toolkit? Long time no chat. We're just doing a little broadcast of the Morning Vibe here on Instagram Live. If you want to catch the full conversation, go to the YouTube page, the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube page. Yeah, so I began to see a little bit of it here. Breathing-wise, it hasn't impacted me, but other people have told me that it has impacted them. And so you're saying that your summer camps are now all indoors? You know, you're down in the DMV, you're like Maryland, Virginia area. The smog has gone all the way down there. That is crazy. Wow. Can't hear, maybe it's you. Okay, you know what? You can't hear me. So let me do this and see if this works. Okay, Mindful Parenting Toolkit. Can you hear me now? I'm just curious. Let me go and come back in. Actually, I have a question to ask. I'd like to know if anyone can jump on the Dr. Vibe show on Instagram. Okay, now you can. Can you hear me now, Mindful Parenting Toolkit? I just want to make sure, because I'm using this new lavalier mic to see if it works on with Instagram, because the built-in mic for a tablet is not the great. So confirm you can still hear me, or if anyone else, if you can go to the Dr. Vibe show on You cut out again. Okay, so I bet you can hear me now. All right. Okay. So I bet can you hear me now? Mindful Parenting Toolkit. All right. Okay. So this lavalier mic does not work with the with this. All right. So that's good to know. All right. So let's get back to it. All right. And definitely if you need any great suggestions in regards to parenting, check out on Instagram, Mindful Parenting Toolkit. Thank you for testing me out on that. I'll make sure I'm not going to save this IG live because obviously I don't want people to see me chatting. They can't hear me. So we're going to keep this and we're just going to delete it after. So yes. So wildfires, we're talking about the wildfires. Diverse says wildfires and government. Fitness IQ Chems is the first time I'm actually taking it in too. All right. Divine Right says when we talk outside, we feel like it's a barbecue without the food. Wow. That's really weird because I'm not feeling it as much in this area here, and I'm in the greater Toronto area. Also, yes, when the air quality index is that high, everything is now indoors. AQI was over 200 yesterday, and you can smell the remnants of the smoke down here in the DMV area. Robert Small, what's going on? Robert Small, good to hear you. Definitely. If you want to find out about Black history and actually posters about Black History Month, the official Black History Month poster for Canada has been done by Robert Small. I'm going to say for a minimum 25 years. It may be longer. Check Robert Small out on Instagram, Robert_Small_CM. Check him out. Yeah, I didn't realize the smoke came down that far. And Opal Inspired, who's just launched a new YouTube channel. Check out her creations. Could even smell the smoke on I'm in TO. Well, hey, we're in TO, Opal Inspired, and like Divine Right's all the way down in the DMV in the States. Well, hopefully we should be able to smell it because she's so far away from us. And also says, me too, Opal, be safe. Yeah, it hasn't impacted me as much. Oh, so Robert Small has corrected me. Robert_Small_CM. Yes, 29, but hey, LOL. So, so it has been 29 years that he's been doing the official Black History Month poster in Canada. So we have that. Okay, Robert, Mindful Parenting Toolkit. Have you or your family or loved ones been impacted by this smoke that's from the fires? Interesting. You know, many years ago, people would tell you, oh, climate change, none of these things exist, etc. I think it's a little different now. Think it's a little different. Yeah, definitely a little different right now. So anyone else have any comments in regards to the smoke, the summer of smoke in Toronto? And the funny thing is, summer just started and we've had, I'd say for June, fairly warm weather, probably above average warm weather in the Toronto area. But as I said, I know some people that have been impacted by this. Frequency Event Promotions, what's going on? Frequency Event Promotions. I thought we'd see you down in Windsor at the Black Entrepreneur Ecosystem Conference. Didn't see ya. Thought you'd be there. Mindful Parenting Toolkit, just a little. My son played soccer game yesterday. It was tough breathing. Wow. Well, again, obviously people have different tolerant levels and probably in different areas of the city, it's more having more impact than other areas. But I hope your son is okay and take care. Please take care and be careful. Really, really important. Be careful. Really, really important. So, yeah, this is interesting. What's happening in the world of the smoke. So I'm waiting for the Americans to say Canada's screwing us up. These people who live in the igloos are pushing their smoke down to us. Get that smoke away from us. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, anything else people wanting to chat about this morning? There's the smoke. If you're in Toronto, there's a new Toronto mayor. Okay. New Toronto mayor. That's another thing. Also, affirmative action is turned turned down or ended in the United States when it comes to college admissions. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? So a number of different topics. We're letting you steer the ship this morning on what's on your mind, what's in your heart, what do you want to chat about? Love to have a conversation. Love to have you guys share out. So I got some BRBs from Fitness IQ Cam and Divine Right. So hopefully they'll be back. So what else? You got free reign. Again, if you're living in Toronto, you have a new mayor. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the election? Apparently, it was closer than some people thought it would be. Anna Bailau made a charge. I was in Windsor, but I had voted already. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. And what's the fact? The black candidates in the Toronto mayor race, I guess, definitely. Well, Mark Saunders only, I believe, got 8% of the vote. Reports say that basically his future is done when it comes to politics. He was former police chief of Toronto. Okay. Good morning, my man, Roger Dunnett. I was trying to call you last night. I wanted you to join me this morning. Did you see the recent recognitions from FMC, CFO and Secretary and Board Chair gone 1 month before the parade? What's FMC? FMC. I don't know what FMC is. You've got to tell me. This is why I wanted Roger on the show. Roger, if you want, I can send you a link and you can join me if you want. You tell me, what is the FMC? I don't know what it is. You're definitely more well-versed than I am. Oh, the Festival Management Committee, Toronto Carnival. What? The CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Secretary, and Board Chair are gone 1 month before the parade. Wow, that is big. That is big. Okay, you can come on for a few minutes. Okay, folks, just bear with me a moment. I'm going to send Roger an email right now so we can get him on the show. That is breaking news for me, man. That is huge breaking news. I did not know. Give me a second. So this is called real multipurposing. I don't like multitasking, multipurposing. So Roger, check I'm going to send it right now. I am so glad that my man Roger is going to join us. And if you haven't seen him on the Morning Vibe before, you're going to see him now. Him and his wonderful, beautiful wife, Camille, are the driving force behind buyblacks.com, Black Canada's #1 online magazine. And I had a chance to spend some great quality time with him when we were down in Windsor together, as I mentioned a few moments ago. So, Roger, if you check your Buy Blacks address, I've just sent you the link for you to come on and join. But that is big news. Okay, Divine Right. I know Aisha, Jill, and Lala are having a ball with our state of affairs. Absolutely. And those buffoons that want to run in the 2024 Republican ticket. Yes, they are. They are having a ball with that. Unfortunately, we're not doing a live show on site, but I'm repeating one of the most watched shows they've done in this year tomorrow night, so you can catch the replay. Sounds like our good old school board, Roger. In 2021, 9 of 12 said they weren't coming back in 2022. There you go. Excellent. Wow. So Roger's going to come on in a moment. We're going to get this, to me, somewhat breaking news. I had no idea this. So this is going to be very interesting to get his lens on it. Yeah, Mindful Parenting Toolkit. Yeah, wow. And I'm a little bit sad now because I'm not going to be putting up this replay on Instagram Live. So I'm just going to run it because of the not hearing me via audio in the beginning here. So this is why you need to go over to the YouTube page. It says YouTube, there's no audio challenges, but I had to do that testing this morning. So now I know what I need to use lavalier wise when I'm using Instagram Live. I actually have another lavalier mic, so I will use that during the time. So we're waiting for Roger to come on in a few moments. Roger Dundas. Anything else? That is big news. Mass resignation of chief financial officer, secretary, and board chair are gone. Okay, Mr. Dundas, he's in the agreement. Just I want to make sure he's cammed up properly. Okay, welcome, my brother from another mother.
Hey, what's going on? Voice in the background and everything. Real life stuff, man.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm just recovering, man. I don't know how you recovered from that trip. That was something else.
Well, I just went back at it. Like I had another class I had to do yesterday for 2 hours. So this weekend I said replays tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
Replays all weekend, yeah.
Replays all weekend. So good to see you. How you doing? How's the family doing?
They are outstanding, man. They are outstanding.
Good.
They are. I think Chase is still sleeping.
What? Oh yeah, school's done.
School's done. Yeah. School's out now. So it's I noticed that I had to come match you, right? Because I saw that. I have the new version though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I got the new version. Come on.
Okay. Actually,
Black Opportunity Fund on it.
Actually, we have to talk about that because I won't get into it. There's an interesting email I got about restaurants. I'll just leave it at that. You may know what I'm talking about.
Restaurants. No, I have no idea.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat, but we can talk about it later. So okay. Divine Right goes, good morning, Roger. I'm feeling the big pick paint BIG. Notorious BIG in the background.
Hey, come on, man.
All right. Fitness IQ says, hello, Roger. And
hello.
Christopher Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, yes, he was in on Dr. Tachi's Mediascope conversation on Wednesday. Saw that. So
well,
Roger,
he wasn't at the conference, Christopher.
Well, I think by the time he found out, it was already sold out. Allegedly, I thought he'd be there.
Yeah. Well, that's strange.
But
so many people I thought would have been there. I mean, just from the ecosystem recipients, I think I only counted 4 organizations. 4. There's the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, the Real World Institute, Foodpreneur Lab,
ACBN,
of course, because it's their conference. But I don't remember seeing anybody else.
That's a concern.
Yeah,
that's a huge concern because
I'm not sure. Is it that they were mandated to attend, optional? Is it a visibility thing? I'm not sure, but what we'd love to chat about, of course, yes, there's the FMC thing, and I think that's been brewing for a while. I don't know what the specifics of it is. I read it in the paper. It was in the Caribbean Camera. So it came out in the camera yesterday. And, Anthony, he has his inside scoop into the whole world of Toronto Caribbean Carnival and everything. So I think he had it. He has the scoop. I'm sure if you brought him on, he would be able to give you the gory details, so to speak.
Wow. A month before.
Yeah, right before. Yeah. But they said in the article that they're confident that all the planning that has gone on is going to make the carnival successful, and for the fact that they had in the article it said that there's been a 300% increase in sponsorships.
Wow!
So that's amazing. Whoever is on the team.
So here's my question: what were the sponsorships before? Because sure.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
But I mean, I think somebody had reached out to me about digital media buys. The guy who runs the XP Eats, what's his name again? I can't remember his name right now, but he has a great platform. It's similar to Uber.
Right.
Okay. So, but there was something else that he was doing to generate more advertising for Carnival online. I mean, the fact of the matter is Carnival is just it's a winner. They I mean, they don't have to do much to win. They just have to keep that parade going and all the different events that lead up to it. As long
Right.
as they can continue to keep those organized in a certain way, that they will continue to win. I think the whole issue for them, which the criticism has been, is how to monetize, get the extra money,
Yep.
sponsorships, revenue from different sources to really sustain it and even make it independent of grants or anything. So if they had their own money, then they wouldn't need to get any grants.
Exactly. Exactly. I want to shout out to Dr. LJ Speaks, who's joined us on Instagram, and Mindful Parenting Toolkit is still in the house. Thank you for continuing to be here. And remember, this whole conversation is going to, like, soon I'm going to be cutting this off. So you got to jump over to the YouTube channel and subscribe if you want to catch the full thing. But so, yeah, Roger. So do you, other than that, do you want to have, what were your thoughts about the, conference? We were only there for a little bit, but I think it was a good little bit.
Boy, it's unfortunate that we were so exhausted. Well, you had a session on Monday, on Tuesday from 9 to 11, but I was so exhausted from the day before that I didn't even get there early, right? So we both got there at the same time. So we kind of got there at the tail end. There was workshop 2 going on, and
Okay. We've lost your audio. Don't know what happened, but we've lost you audio-wise. Okay, can everyone still hear me? Put in the chat if you can still hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, so my audio is still good. It's Roger's audio that is gone funny for a sec. No worries. So yeah, I think the concern I have with the conference is, yeah, there's about 28 to 30 ecosystem partners, and only 4 of them that I know of and Roger know of were there. So my concern is, where were the rest of the ecosystem partners? So thank you. Morning, gents. I'm here in Windsor still for the last day. Ryan is about to start the last day. All right. Good morning, Tim Frey. Good to catch up with you as always down in Windsor. Thanks for chiming in. Tim, you may want to type in the chat, what do you think about what have you thought about the conference so far? Christopher Lawrence says, I was there in spirit. He said the event was sold out. Yeah, I remember that when you found out about it. And I think that's another, I guess, some post-mortem conversation. I spoke with some entrepreneurs while I was down in Windsor virtually, and they said if they would have known about it, they would have attended. So that's another thing. So the question, again, it was a little bit, I'm not 100% clear. Was this just for the ecosystem partners? Was it also for entrepreneurs? Because I'm sure if entrepreneurs were invited, they would have filled up that place. They would have filled up that place because it was a whole week conference in regards to that. So Roger, let me see. He's just typing here. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Roger. Go out and come back in. Let's see if he can do that. I wonder, I was just there in a capacity of sharing from the stage. So I don't know. And maybe Tim, maybe you know a little bit more of who the conference was for. I was just there to share, but it was good. There were some people, like I said, I've not met before. Some people hadn't seen in a long time. You're lost. What are you lost of? What conference is this? Okay. So I'm going to put it in front of the camera here on Instagram. This was a Black entrepreneurship ecosystem conference, Mindful Parenting Toolkit. So let me just go over at high level that a few years ago, the Canadian government gave out a lot of money to about 20 to 30 Black-run organizations, nonprofit organizations, to help develop the entrepreneurship ecosystem in Canada. So they had this conference down in Windsor that started on Monday, that finishes, Tuesday, that finished today, and different presentations. Roger, are you back with us?
I'm back.
There we go. Good.
Yes.
Beautiful. 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 So We got Roger back. So mindful parenting toolkit. I hope that gives you a little bit of a background on it. There were different presentations, everything from media, um, doing trade with Africa. One of the areas though that wasn't presented, and don't know why. I'm not saying. I'm just saying is there was nothing about food, the food ecosystem.
Yeah,
And
and
go
that's
ahead.
true because when I think about the whole restaurant week thing and all of that, we look on our business directory. There's 4,800 Black-owned businesses there, and 20% of them are food businesses. So if you want to say it in a different way, and I always say, 1 in 5 entrepreneurs are more likely to get into a food business. That's, whether it's a restaurant, catering, some type of food product production or something like that. That's the highest category that we have. The closest thing to that is obviously like barbershops and beauty salons, which is it could, because it's low barriers to entry, right?
Yep.
You don't need to be educated. You don't need to go to college to get to cook food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could become a trained chef, but you don't have to be to open a restaurant or anything. You just need some good business sense.
Absolutely.
So it's strange that food wasn't a key industry that was covered during the conference.
Not only that, from let's be honest, from what Janice told me, and Foodpreneur is part of the ecosystem recipients, it's the second year that they haven't been, nothing's been talked about food, which is puzzling.
We can talk to Ryan about that. You can ask him about that. I think Friday.
Next Friday. Yep. Well, before
Monday or
taking a break.
Yeah, I think from what I see, the conference is very focused on like grants and how to social enterprise funding and all that is very, very focused on the federal side, right? So things that the federal government is putting out, and it's their money, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that aligns. I think it's really incumbent on the Chamber of Commerce and the Black Business Professional Association. Those organizations are set up to talk about business and business interests and industries within the Black community, right? And pushing forward those industries and how we can get on, government procurement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how I see it. But then ACBN is also one of them, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So a mindful parenting toolkit. So what was your presentation about myself and Roger and Patricia and Kenny? Patricia from Afro Global and Kenny from
GBKM.
GBKM.
Great Benin Kingdom Media.
Yes.
Yeah.
you got it out. We were on a panel talking about Black Canadian media. It was all I will say was an interesting panel. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't get
down to
it started late, so that was the first thing. Coming out of lunch, there was a performance during lunchtime, and we didn't get into the room until about it was supposed to start at 1. We didn't start until about 1:25. And Farley, let me just put it on record. Your bio is too long. You should have asked them to abbreviate that bio, as you had abbreviated our bios when you were reading out our bios. I mean, you should have said to him, okay, that's enough. But such as, you learn, I guess, we learn when we go through these things. But I think it was a great conversation.
Yes.
And Patricia had some really good points that she made about and clarification on our platform that she's a content producer.
Mm-hmm.
More than being a media host. It's similar to Caribbean Vibrations. You can't really pitch them to cover a story. You really have to come to them and say, hey, we have some money to pay you to come and do a video and interview us and put on your channel. And guys, if Patricia, if you're watching this in the future, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I mean, I know you do cover, I know they both cover stuff, but like what Alan has told me from Caribbean Vibrations, he's more of a production host than he is a media host.
Yep.
He just happens to be media because, yes, he's on Omni channel, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think if we had 2 hours, it would have been more enriched. But
No, I don't think we needed the 2 hours. I just think that the moderator brought up two people that had nothing to do with media into our media panel discussion. I mean, I'm just going to call it out. I'm not going to say, and Farley, if you want to have this conversation after, we can talk about it. I don't think that was the place to bring up two people, and they're beautiful people. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to hear their story in a different setting, in a different time zone, in a different environment, right? But I don't think that during the media panel was the right time because it cut in at least 10 minutes.
yeah,
We didn't hear from Kenny as much because
or you,
well, Kenny, I felt more for Kenny because
yeah,
he has an online radio platform and a TV platform.
yeah,
He didn't even get to go into the fullness of everything that he was doing. So
yeah. It was unfortunate. It was yeah. It was unfortunate the way and the funny. So I was speaking with someone yesterday, and I'm gonna say the moderator asked people to stand up. Then he didn't ask them to say anything. Then he asked another person to stand up, and he let that person not only say something but brought them on the stage.
yeah,
And so next time, learn from different opportunities.
yeah. You learn.
So mindful parenting tool says. So I'm hearing that everyone should be streamlined to be impactful.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the sustainability piece. Like we didn't really get a chance to really talk deeply about the sustainability piece. So, but you know what? The conference went on. We're happy. And I believe the next one is next year in Ottawa.
Yeah, Ottawa. Yeah. And I spoke to Ryan about it already. So he said the Fed they're saying October because they're saying August. Yeah, it's going to be in October doing
This
the business
October.
One. No, next October, 2024.
Right.
So another observation I made, and shame on me, right? Because by Blacks, we didn't sponsor the event. They didn't advertise the event with Buy Blacks, but we also didn't sponsor it. Dr. Vibe Show didn't sponsor it. Afro Global didn't sponsor it, and GBKM didn't sponsor it. Neither did Caribbean Camera Share or anybody else.
Right.
So what is the black media? What does that say when how much $1 million have been provided to various black nonprofit organizations? They're holding a conference, and we're not telling their story. Shame on us.
I'll accept that to a point, but
yes,
they know we're out there.
Yes.
So
Go
ahead.
So here's a criticism though, and again, Ryan, we had this discussion. He didn't hire a publicity team.
What?
No, he did not. So this is the thing. I don't think anybody should be doing any type of event of that scale without a publicist. And there are several black publicists, good publicists that exist in this country. They are good. Every last one of them that I know, right? It's just that they have some of them have a different focus. Some of them are not really aligned with certain types of events, but they're all good. Right? So it can't be that we can't find enough publicists. I think that we are going to be Convo Media. Hopefully we'll work with them next year.
Yeah.
And start in the conversation early to kind of put things in place early.
Well, it's interesting you say that because when I share this with people, first thing is I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about it. That's the most common thing I get response wise. I didn't know about that. Like,
but they sold out though. But at the same time, they sold out. So you kind of have to think, okay, within their own network, they were able to
they were able to do it, which is good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, just making people aware of it, which then, and I don't. So now here's a question. I don't know the answer to this or not. I don't think it was available via live stream. They were just recording. They were just documenting.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct.
All right. So I'm hope. Well,
there could have been an opportunity, I guess, is what you think.
Yes.
To earn some revenue from live streaming the event.
Yes.
As well as having it in person. I think so. And they could have made it interactive and taken questions from online, similar to what you do. I think these are all things that they are going to consider for October 2024. Yeah, and
Well,
those are things that we're gonna, suggest. You
yeah,
know, there's so many
absolutely.
people there, that so many stories that they could have leveraged, even in the local Windsor media, because a lot
Look,
of people from Windsor. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but people from Windsor were there also there.
absolutely. So Opal Inspired says maybe we need a conference on business and self promotion. No, the more I know, the less I understand. Also,
Ouch.
Mindful Parenting Toolkit on IG says, if I don't hear about it, dot dot dot, then dot 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 question mark.
Yeah. So I guess, for all the people that are watching live, how many people um, visit Black-owned media platforms on a weekly or daily basis? Like, and how many people? Okay, so I know let's think about even the newspapers, Share and Caribbean Camera, the two more prominent newspapers. They're available online in a PDF format. So how many of you are going online and reading it, or subscribe to their mailing list? Like in the Caribbean Camera, they have a mailing list and they send it out every week. So how many people? I don't know. Let's get a poll.
Yeah, it's an interesting, good question. Also, Divine Right says, wow, that's crazy. There was no publicity team, 3 question marks, and and emojis like question emojis, like questionable face emojis. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is interesting. Share Knight says, morning, everyone. As they say, hindsight is always 2020. According to Ryan, this conference was being planned for 1 year. Too bad these suggestions were not brought up earlier.
Well, sure. I wasn't on that planning team. I'm just gonna say that, but I think, we're trying to help. Ryan is a
Yeah,
great guy, and I think he has a great idea. And this conference is important to the Black community, so we're gonna try to see if we can also jump in and provide some suggestions on that side.
yep.
I'm not into the event planning space.
Nope.
I'm not even. I'm not even talking about, programming and speaker selection or anything. I'm just talking about straight marketing. So once you decide who you got, then we can take that and promote it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think remember when we were on the train coming back, Dr. Vibe, and we were looking on the social media and we are like, wow, these posts are not engaging. There was not a lot of use of pictures of the presenters on the ACBN social media pages. So there's several things that, when I look at other things, like when you look at the promo for Collision, for example, and how they roll out their stuff, or any other digital day camp, whatever else is happening. I mean, the way how it's done, it's engaging. At least you humanize the event. So it's not just it's just a conference and this is what we're going to talk about and here's blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah. And she says that will be awesome for 2024. Yeah. And
Maybe we need Sure Night in there too.
yeah, there we go. And it's just interesting. Roger and I were on the train back, and he was just scrolling through posts on Instagram, and the engagement, even from some prominent, you would think some prominent platform
Yeah.
creators,
Yeah.
not that high.
Even CP24, some of their posts, nothing. Toronto Guardian, nothing. Like 14 likes, and just even some of the buy blacks posts too. We've gone, rejigged the way how we present the information. You have to, kind of look at it. Marketing is like a science. You try it. If it
Yeah.
works, you continue. If it doesn't work, you stop it, and
Right.
you change the way how you do it. That's how it works. I have a
Man,
hard stop. I actually have to jump off for a
yeah,
meeting at
no
10.
problem. Look, thank you so much. Great spending time with you as usual. And
Yes.
I guess when we do this conversation, this subject, we need to have Devin back. He would be a wonderful person for this conversation. So, Roger, again, we'll chat later
Well,
on.
before I
Go
come
ahead.
off, I gotta say, I don't know if you guys, but I'm liking this background that you have, this green screen. I'm liking the red with the yellow. I'm liking it. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
anybody else is liking it, but I'm liking it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We will
Yeah,
chat
man.
later. All the best to the Dundas family. And remember
Thank
to
you.
don't just
I
manage your
appreciate it.
time, manage your energy, and give yourself grace. Take care,
Thank
man.
you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. All right. was very nice to have Rogers jump in. Hey, Mark Lewis, what is going on? Hope you're doing well. On the Instagram side, I'm going to cut it now. I'm not going to save this for replay because the first part of the conversation, my audio was non-existent. But again, Mindful Parenting Toolkit, thank you for telling me about my audio not working. So I need to do some more experimentation in regards to this setup. But thank you so much, those on Instagram Live. Remember to give yourself grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. This weekend in North America, if you have some time, enjoy the long weekend if you're getting it. But we'll be doing a replay of the Morning Vibe on Monday. And next Friday, which will be a totally new month, we have Wayne Harris coming back on. And he is going to be talking about, oh my gosh, I hope I put it up. No, I didn't. I didn't. He's gonna be talking. He's gonna be back. I'm just gonna say, yeah, he's gonna be talking about money and finances. So I'll get the full title. Go over to the YouTube, subscribe, watch it full there. So take care, everyone on the gram. All right, so that is done. We're back on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, those channels. So great to have Roger jump in, add some great value. I'm going to discard my video on Instagram. It's done. I just want to say a big shout out to Ken and Diane Larmer, some very good friends celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary today. 60th wedding anniversary. So that's good. And two wonderful people. So I just wanted to shout them out on the show today. All right. Anybody else have any topics? So we went back into talking about the conference. Anything else people want to chat about? Anything else that's going on in your world you want to chat about? But again, thanks for the support. We are back. And again, for people who came on last Monday and there was no show, that's on me because ViaRail doesn't allow video streaming on their free Wi-Fi. So lesson learned. So if you're in Canada and you're taking a ViaRail train, just know you won't be able to watch any YouTube videos or any video streaming, whether you're trying to do some streaming or watch any videos from sites like YouTube. It's blocked. It's absolutely blocked. Anyone else? Anyone else want to catch up on anything going on in the world before we take a break? And again, not back till a week Monday. Divine Right, I will reach out to you definitely today so we can just get things synchronized, like synchronicity. And yeah, Roger likes the red background. Do you guys like the red background with the yellow? What do you, thumbs up to it? What do you think? Any thoughts? Okay, Fitness IQ Cam, good to know. And Fitness IQ Cam does a show every Saturday afternoon. So Fitness IQ Cam, are you doing a live show this Saturday? And if you are, tell us who's on it. And I won't keep people much longer. I know most people, if they are able, are getting into weekend mode. And for a lot of people in Canada, or at least in the Toronto area, I think the last day of school for elementary was yesterday. So the official holidays start for a lot of young people. Be safe when it comes to breathing. Okay, I will. So she'll be having a live show tomorrow. Great, Fitness IQ Cam. Anyone else? Just probably another moment or two, and we're going to call it a day, a morning. So as I start winding it down, a few things. Please like the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Again, like the show on Facebook and LinkedIn. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please email me at dr.vibe@the.drvibeshow.com. And we can continue these conversations in between shows. As I said, I have this competition going on between the Discord room for the Morning Vibe versus the Discord room for State of Things with Aisha, Jill, and Lala. That room is fire. That room is fire. Like, I mean, they are fire. Next up, if you want to get a hold of me, website, the drvibeshow.com, email address, dr@the drvibeshow.com. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, The Dr. Vibe Show. Twitter at DRVIBESHOW. Instagram at The DRVIBESHOW. Also, if you want to advertise your business or service on the show, email me. And also, as always, you can watch replays of this epic conversation on the Dr. Vibe Show, YouTube and Facebook, the Afro Caribbean Business Network, Facebook and YouTube, and Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube and LinkedIn. I got some more messages come in, so I'll make sure I shout you out before we shut her down. First things first. So Fitness IQ Cam is trying to get a CRA worker. That'll be interesting. And talking about data. So CRA, for those who are not familiar, is a Canadian Revenue Agency, Canada Revenue Agency. That is, so in the US, you have your IRS, Internal Revenue Service. Canada, we have CRA, Canada Revenue Agency. What's up, Marks Lewis? Yes, my man, Mark. Okay, I'm going to reach out to you in the next day or so. Mark Lewis, we need to get you on the Morning Vibes. So I put it on my digital notepad to send you a video message today. Cher Knight says, it is scary to see a teacher at Waterloo University was violently attacked with a knife teaching a gender studies class. Yeah, I heard. When did that happen? Did that happen earlier on the week? I heard that story. I didn't listen to it intently, but I heard about that. That happened in the last few days. Did it not, Cher? Yeah, it's really strange things going on up there. Fitness IQ Cam says CRA, AKO, the boogeyman, Canada Revenue Agency. That would be a really good conversation. I hope that happens. It'd be really, really interesting. So for those who are enjoying a long weekend, what are you up to this weekend? What are you doing? I'm prolonging the conversation because just want to see if Cher Knight's going to respond, but I'll give like 2 minutes max more, folks, and we'll let you go. But any plans this weekend? Like I said, no live shows from Dr. Vibe's platform until next Friday, but repeats tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. Repeats are going to be popping. So I'll give another minute, and then we're going to shut it down. All right, so I'm getting ready to shut it down. So this is what we're going to do. Oh, there is another comment. Let's make it happen. Hoping to, yes, they say it was hate motivated. Okay, maybe not only that person hated the other person, but they hate themselves, to be honest. That's not good. And Fitness IQ hoping to catch up with chores. Well, this is the weekend to do it. Also, and another webinar with Ogo Tawa. I don't know who Ogo Tawa is, but yeah, well, you're such a celebrity, so that does not surprise me. All right, we're going to shut it down. So as always, we close off with this. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember to give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Thank you for taking the time, whether you watch this live or on replay. It's appreciated, not taken for granted. Join the Discord group, share it out, and we look forward on the Morning Vibe to see you next Friday. But in between, stay in touch. 2 more things came in, so I'm going to make it quick. Blessing, catch up with you this weekend. No problem. Looking to catch up with you this weekend. Absolutely. And Mark Lewis, yes, sir. Let's talk next week. Excellent. So you will get Mark Lewis coming on the Morning Vibe in the very near future. We have Wayne Harris coming up. We have Perry Douglas coming back, talking about AI and the challenges with AI, especially from a Black lens. He'll be chatting about that. That's a week from this Monday. So more to come. Yes. Have a safe and enjoyable long weekend, everyone. Oh, well, hope you are having one. Share. And Essence Fest. Yes, that's this weekend also. So there we go. Lots of things going on. And also, I just put out there, keep an eye on buyblocks.com. If you're not a follower, subscriber, go there. And also follow, subscribe the Dr. Vibe Show and Afro Caribbean Business Network. think I've covered it all. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith. I don't think I said this. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get smaller, get stronger. Block assumptions. It ain't bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember to give yourself grace, and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith and walk good.